Hey guys, in today's video, I'm building the Gunner Zaku Warrior Luminaria Hawk Custom, the SD version from Gundam Seed Destiny. This is the second out of 4 kits from the Destiny Seed Gundam little SD kit, like pack, multi-pack or whatever. The set of them. This is pretty great. It's for the most part pretty similar construction to the regular Blaze Zaku Warrior that's right there in the background. The main differences being the backpack unit, also the colors obviously, this being in a similar to Char Zaku type colors, but also this one didn't actually come with the option parts that one did, whereas that one had the option to do like the command spike on the forehead and give it the double shield shoulders. This one doesn't actually have those parts, which I found kind of interesting. I guess because this is a specific character's version of it, they didn't use that. But they used this big old gun that it comes with. So we'll go ahead and get this guy going with the head first. It's pretty straightforward. That little piece is always hard for me to get in. My big old fingers. Unless it was a little bigger and had a little like more snap to it when it went in. But I'll go ahead and get these couple pieces in, which I did have a little trouble with this top polycap. I find it best just to put it into the top half first, so you have it facing the right way, or you can make sure it's facing the right way and then press it together. I have to hopefully remember that when I build the other 2 kits in this set. Speaking of which, I do have a real grade kit on the way from P Bandai, special P Bandai kit. I don't have a ship date on it yet, so it's probably not going to show up in time for me to do it soon. I think I'm probably going to get it next week. I am going to be out of town this weekend, so I'm not going to be able to paint these Warhammer figures you'll see in the background. So what I'll end up doing is probably just go ahead and build the other 2 kits in this set. Do one this weekend, and then do one for the middle of the week like this. I was hoping to get have these guys last a little longer, but it's just one of those time things. I could maybe stop somewhere and buy a different kit. I could do that. I mean, I am going on vacation for this weekend because it is my birthday, so maybe I could stop somewhere if I see a kit interesting enough at the store. Either tomorrow or Friday, Thursday or Friday, I'll pick that up and do a little unboxing of that, just so I don't have to burn through these kits. So you don't have to get fucking 3 of these videos back to back like that. So I'll definitely have to try and do that, and then I'll build that kit between whenever I get back from the weekend trip, and then it'll be back to these. And by then I should have the P Bandai kit that I ordered. And hopefully soon should be getting some Kickstarter stuff that I pre-ordered forever ago. So that'll be some cool videos, something a little different than the usual Warhammer and Gundam stuff. Because when I did start this channel, I did want to also do some tabletop stuff, as far as like whether it was like kind of unboxing, going through some different things I got on Kickstarter, or kind of just going through some different books and stuff from time to time. But I was kind of just been waiting on some stuff that I got initially on Kickstarter like a year ago. Waiting on that stuff to show up, and that's kind of the thing with it. It all takes a long time. But hopefully in the next coming weeks, I should be starting to get hopefully a few things. I've been waiting. There's a couple of different things that I ordered that should be getting some updates as far as shipping in the next coming days or weeks. So. As you see here, we got the body pretty much done. Just a couple little pieces left to do. Yeah, these guys, they're 95% the same. I think that's kind of how they all are, which is why I kind of don't want to do them all back to back like that, just because they are so similar. Oh, one thing I did notice when I was building this one, the Zaku rifle has like a second piece that goes with it. That's like the handle that sticks out. I didn't notice that when I did the first guy there. So actually, when I saw that, I went, and it's not in the video, but I went and dug out that part. Luckily, I didn't throw the screws away yet. And was able to find the piece and put it on there. And if you're curious about some of these Warhammer pieces I have in the background, the main one is that's a Swarm Lord, Tyranid Swarm Lord, and I did a video on how I magnetized him so I could swap him out for a Hive Tyrant or a Flying High Tyrant. I did that video the other day, so go ahead and check that out. But we'll go ahead and get the arms done. I don't show the construction of both arms because they are the same up until the shoulders. I do show the shoulders though. And like I said, this one only have the one options. It didn't come with the secondary options of doing the mirrored square shoulders with the shields with the Heat Hawks. It only came with one of the Heat Hawks. It didn't come with two like the other one did. But of course the difference is instead of that flight pack, it has a much larger, well, it's actually probably smaller pack, but it comes with a massive gun. So I'll go ahead and get the rest of this arm thrown together. And then I believe after the arm we'll be moving on to the hips and feet, and then putting the body together, and then the backpack finally at the end. This kit actually I don't think had any parts left on the sprue, whereas the regular Zaku Warrior back there did have those secondary option parts left. Oh yeah, I did have to use this to kind of turn that little poly cap there to make sure it wasn't blocked when I put the shoulder on. Like I said, I do have two more of these kits. Forget the names of them on the top of my head, but I believe it's Zaku Phantoms. Two different color variations. They're pretty similar to each other. They do have some slightly different parts to this, so it'll be a little something different. But for the most part the same, which is why hopefully I'll have some other things to do on the in-between. But here's that other shoulder with the other arm. It's just the two sides and then a little poly cap that the shield fits into. Which I had to double check in the instructions which way the Heat Hawk went on the shield, because I didn't want to put it the wrong way before putting the shield on. Which I pretty much guessed it right when I first put it on. But you always gotta double check, because I'm not on that page yet. Because it has you build the arms, but then do this at the end, near the end, when you do the weapons and the backpack. But I decided to just go ahead and do it, because it's just two more parts. I am not doing the stickers on the shields. I tried it with the other one. It's not coming out good, so I'll just have to in the future paint it or something. So now we're moving on to the lower body, the waist, and the legs. This is probably where the most polycaps get used, I think. Just one in the bottom, which these are setups that you can use them with a stand. There's the two of these ball cap type ones, ball socket I mean, that are for the legs to go into. And then there's another one that goes into the back half, which is for the Zaku rifle to attach to. These have a weird construction, which I remembered from doing the first one. You don't press the two halves together. You take the waist piece, set it on top of the front half, and then press them together. It's weird how like it goes on top there, but then it slides in on the back half. I think it's just like a weird choice of construction. It would have been a little more simple if you could just put the two halves together and then press the other piece on top. But it's in there pretty securely, so. And I'm just glad you don't have to do the individual hose pieces. But yes, that's the waist. Now the legs are super simple, it's just two pieces. And that's it. And then the feet are two pieces and a polycap. Another like ball socket piece that goes to the top of the foot. Of course, it's always got to make sure it's rotated properly. Snap those together. And push it on, and then now I'll go ahead and do the other one, and we'll get this guy put together, and then it's on to the backpack and his rifle. These guys are definitely taller than the classic like BB Senshi type SD kits, which you'll definitely see. in a little bit here right at the end when I show him next to I show this one next to Char's Zaku 2, just because it's, you can see the color differences and the height differences as well. Which honestly, I think Char's Zaku probably should have been made in this color for the light red. I think the dark red might be the exact same. It's definitely very close, but when you see like how different the light red is, it's like, what the hell? And like in person, they look so much closer than they do on camera. That's so weird. But let's go ahead and get this backpack together. As you see, this has the uncommon hose piece. It's pretty rare. Every once in a while you come across one of these kits that has some type of uncommon material. That being this hose piece, which, man, if it was like a gauge smaller, like it's weird. If it can't quite make the bends exactly as they show in the pictures, but I mean it fits. They stay in so far. I mean, I haven't like tried posing it around, moving it around too much, but it's in there. I mean, I didn't get a good shot of doing it on the other side, but you can see here, you have to push there and then immediately do like a 90-degree turn out where it actually sticks out of the rifle. And I didn't get a good shot of putting it in the actual like backpack part where it connects to. But it's pretty similar, except it's like a weirder turn. Like instead of it being just like a 90-degree turn, it like curves inward. I don't know. It's hard to describe. You can kind of see it there if you look down there at the bottom. But we'll go ahead and get the rest of these pieces together. So it shows you build it in its like collapsed form, which I kind of thought it snapped on and you could like swing it out, as like I have like on some like high grade guns that I've seen. But no, you put the pieces on top, and then when you want it deployed, you take them off and snap them on the front. And I'm going to keep it like deployed so it's out. And actually, I accidentally put the two halves of the backpack together before putting the hose in, so I had to go back and do that. And like I said, I kind of did it a little off camera, so here it is all put together. I do use a couple of the stickers that go on this. Again, if I ever get to a point where I could get an airbrush, and I'll probably use these guys as test. I'll repaint a lot of the stuff, and I'll repaint like this and the other ones. There's a couple other small ones. Like I did the small ones on the front of the rifle. There's two other ones that it's whenever they do like these small stickers that like wrap around like some complex geometry, they just, I don't know, I don't always find that they work out that great. They either like pop off, or it's like way harder to get them to line up properly, and you get weird seams in them. And then this sticker is mirrored on the other side, so I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, this guy is done. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, I got two more of the Zaku Warrior type, I think the Phantoms, to build, as well as I'm going to try and do something different between. It's going to have to probably be like an unboxing or something this weekend, because like I said, I'll be out of town, so I won't be able to paint any Warhammer this weekend, which is, it's fine that I'm falling a little behind on the Warhammer stuff, just because August and September, I think they emailed us a while back saying that they're going to be delayed for Combat Patrol. But there he is next to the other Zaku Warrior, the Blaze Zaku Warrior, and then here he is next to Char's Zaku 2, the BB Senshi, which you can see, it almost looks freaking orange, man. He's not that orange in person. I don't know, it's just, it must have been either it's old plastic, or I don't know, a weird mix of the color. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.